So on the screen I'm on now, this is a list of all of the contacts that are in eMarketing for this particular organization. So the contact list in eMarketing is a persistent contact list. That means that we keep track of a contact's history while they're in the system. So as you send emails out, we keep a running total of how many emails you've sent to that person, how many times they've opened one of the emails that you've sent, and you can see things on the screen like the last time that you sent an email to a person and the last time that someone opened an email that was sent to them. So the response column, you can see a lot of people there have opened an email sent by this organization today. Okay. Beside each contact, there are a number of icons. I'll show you the main ones. For the edit contact screen, if I scroll down here, trying to fill as much as I can on the screen, you can see the kind of information that we can store for a contact in eMarketing. So we've got things like their address details, their job title, their business address details, a number of grouping fields for grouping similar types of contacts together. We also have a number of user fields here that can be used to store additional information about a contact in eMarketing. And all these fields can be renamed and reused for whatever you want to use them for. Okay? So the advantage of having this kind of information in eMarketing is twofold. The first thing is that you can use this information to personalize the email for your client. So you can say, dear first name in your email, and that will come out as dear Fred or dear John, whatever the person's name is. And you can personalize it with any information you see on this screen, including the user fields. The second thing is that you can use this information to segment your list at a later stage. So when you want to decide who you want to send an email to, you can say, I want to send an email to all of our clients who are based in New York, and I only want to send it to the CEOs in our list. So you can target an email to a specific group of people that way by using segmentation and the information stored on their contact record. Alright. Okay. So the other tabs across the top real quick are the important ones anyway. The upload CSV tab is where you upload CSV files that you want to use in the system. So we keep track of whether or not someone is in multiple lists or not, so there's no need to worry about that. And we also deduplicate your lists automatically as well. So if a contact is on one of your lists more than once, we will just import one instance of that contact. If you're uploading a list with a contact that's already in the system with updated information, the new CSV file, the data in that file will overwrite what is in the system for that person already. So you can keep your information in eMarketing up to date. The import tab is where you import the contacts from that CSV file. So this is also where you can import from clientele if you have set up a link to clientele using Service Connect. If I just edit one of these imports, just to show you how the import mapping process works, you can see here on the bottom of the screen we've got 4 columns. We've got a map from field column, which are the column headings from the CSV file. If you're importing from clientele, you'll see field names here, like the person ID and the email address field and so on. Sample data is a sample of the data in that field. The map to field is where we want to put the information in eMarketing. So if I click on the button with the 3 dots here, it pops up a list on the screen of all of the fields that we have in eMarketing, and you can just select which one you want to put that data into. So it's very, very easy. Alright. The opt-out list, very quickly, the rest of the list are just really for information purposes. The opt-out list is for people who've opted out, so you can see when they opted out and the campaign that they opted out of. The bounce rejected tab is a list of contacts that are flagged as rejected in the system. So as I said in my PowerPoint piece, we track bounces automatically. So if an email bounces back as undeliverable or delivery failure, we will mark that person as being a rejected contact in the system, and they'll show up in this tab. So the more you use eMarketingSAAS.com or eMarketing, the cleaner your list will get. And you'll see in a demo campaign that I'll show you later on, you'll see the bounce segment or the bounce portion of the results is very, very small because of the cleansing mechanism of this bounce functionality. And the last tab I want to show you here is the referrals tab. So you can put a tell a friend link in your email. If someone clicks the tell a friend link and refers one of their friends or colleagues, they're added to your contact list in eMarketing, and they can be included in future campaigns. All right, back into the main menu. The second module is the images and documents, so it's just a place where you upload the images that you want to use in your email campaigns. And the documents then, if you have a price list or a Word document or a PDF you want to upload, you can do that from there as well. The third module is your email campaigns. So this is a list of all the campaigns that are in this particular organization. So you can tell at a glance from this list roughly when a campaign was created, how many emails have been sent from a campaign. So you can see there's some campaigns there that are almost 150,000 emails. So volume is not really an issue for us either. So if I just work one of these campaigns, let's go into this one here. So again, we've got the tab structure across the top of the screen. So in this instance, the tabs in this module represent the steps involved in getting the campaign out. So step 1 is where you create your design. Step 2 is where you build your segment, which is where you decide who you want to send the email to, excuse me. And then step 3 is where you broadcast your email. All right. You can see that this is a category email campaign. We have a few different category types. They're all covered in the documentation. But this particular campaign is a category campaign. One other campaign type you might be interested in here is our recurring email campaigns or drip campaigns. So what this will do is it will send out automatic emails based on information on a contact's record. So let's say, for example, you've got a new sign up and you want to send an automated email 30 days later to say, hey, how are you getting on? You've been with us for a month now, just checking in to see how you're doing. So you can set up those kind of recurring automatic campaigns as well. So this is a category campaign. If I click on the categories tab here, you can see that this is the category that's selected for this particular campaign. This is for their weekly spotlight newsletter. So then the 3 steps involved in getting a campaign out are creating your design. So this is the tab that you see here. So if I preview the design, you can see what it actually looks like. So you can see it's for a retail store that's based in Ireland. And you can see that it's quite a nice, tidy layout. Alright. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, for example, we do have the tell a friend link, we have the opt-out link and things like that. So all of that is in there. Alright, so that's what the design looks like. So how do you put it together? Well, it's very, very easy. If I click on the design icon here, this will take me into our email designer. So our designer is divided into a number of lines. So you can see the lines are being pointed out by these little control panels on the left-hand side. So on each control panel, you can edit a line, you can insert a blank line below, you can copy a line down, which is useful if you've got a special layout on a line, and then you can delete a line as well. So if I scroll down, you can see that the design is divided into a number of lines just to make each panel easier to work with. And if I click on the edit line button beside one of the panels, you will see our content editor. There we go. So you can see that our content editor is basically just a word processor inside your browser. So designing an email is no more difficult than typing a Word document or typing up an email in Outlook. All right. So you can see, I won't go into the content editor in any detail. You can see there's a lot of functionality in here. All of these functions are covered in the Getting Started guide, so it will help you work your way around it. And you can see a lot of the formatting tools like changing fonts, alignment, bullets, adding images, all of that's included in here. So it's very, very straightforward to use. All right, just close that down. All right, so that is the designer. Okay, let me get out of there. So once you have your design done, the next step is to build your segment. This is where you decide who you want to send the email to. So I'll go to step 2 here. You can see in this campaign there are 2 segments. One segment has 7 email addresses on it, as you can see from the list size column. And then the second segment, this V79 final segment, has nearly 150,000 contacts in it. All right. So adding a new segment is very straightforward. We have really simplified this as much as we can in the current version of eMarketing. So you can see on this screen here, we've got a number of quick start rules to help get you started on your segment. So the first option is to send to a seed list. So on the panel, on the panel at the bottom of the screen, you can just type in or paste in a bunch of email addresses, and this will create a segment with just those addresses in it. So it's very handy for creating a test segment to send to your to those particular contacts. You can send to an imported list.